Namaste. Welcome to Wise Owl Career Guide. Today we have with us somebody who is into wealth management. Now, wealth management as a career opportunity is quite lucrative if you know how to work and succeed in the field. Please welcome Mr. Neeraj Kakkar. He's going to tell us about the career growth and the opportunities in this field. Welcome, sir.
Hi, Neha. Thanks for having me over.
Thank you, sir. So, before we get into your entire career growth, could you tell us about your educational background?
Yes. So I am a MBA in marketing and finance,
Okay,
and career has been spanning over the last now 18 years.
80.
And I started off with an IT firm because being in Bangalore, and during those times, I hope you understand, how students used to follow the herd mentality.
Yes,
Like, if everybody's doing IT, let's get into IT.
right.
So, so where you get the first career prospects, you just join there. But I had
Hmm.
an extremely good break on those fronts. That company took a very long time to hire me because I am from a commerce background and it's an engineering firm.
Right.
Yeah, so basically what happened, being in Bangalore and pursuing my MBA there, I got a break through an IT firm where so it was like this engineering exam, the first written exam, and it becomes quite uh, tricky because it's a technical paper. Incidentally, I cracked it, so the entire team was a little confused that how do we go about this now, and all the other engineers, and then there is one commerce graduate they're trying to interview. They literally had to create a designation for me called Marcom Executive because they didn't want to let me go, but they didn't know where to place me because I cannot do pre-sales, and they knew that technically Neeraj is not an engineer, so he's not going to be understanding the nitty-gritties of it. So I was heading their marketing campaign for the entire globe. 6 countries marketing is what I was doing, and it was a very challenging first job. I mean, it's a dream come true for a youngster, and it was nice. Yeah. But what happens is usually once you start getting into work, so first thing is to be serious about the fact that you want to get into a job. You get your job, then you start finding yourself, that whether that work that you're doing, are you feeling comfortable? Is this what you are? There is this very interesting book I'm reading recently. It's called Ikigai. So that's like finding your actual purpose. And that's when I realized that, sales is where I'm good at, and that's my calling. So marketing was a great thing, but then I wanted to get into sales, and then I joined a MNC called City,
Okay.
and that's where the hardcore sales came in.
Okay, sir.
So I was into loans earlier for almost 3 years. Yeah.
Okay. So, from Citibank, getting into wealth management, from sales to wealth management, how did that happen?
Yes. So what happens, Neha? Careers usually, all of us, I would urge, in fact, everybody to do that, is to always have an open mind.
Right.
Life will take its own turns, and you need to be able to fluidly align with it, like how Bruce Lee says, no, be like water, adjust to the situations that come. So essentially what happened, 2008 subprime crisis hit India, and all the loans business was going through a very 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 turmoil time. So that's the time when even City was under stress, and because I had become a branch head at 25 with them, so there's a lot of learning that had happened already, and I could literally sense that things were not going right. So the first opportunity I got, and when they said it is liabilities and not assets, like in financial terms, assets is basically your loans business, liabilities is your mutual funds, insurance, and etc. So when I realized that the assets business is going to be under a lot of stress, I cannot let my career get hampered because of it. So I aligned completely towards liabilities and moved into that zone because I got a big promotion. In fact, I became a regional head at the age of 28. I was heading Karnataka and Goa for insurance. So yeah, that was a great one. And that's where, HSBC. So ILNFS I joined. That got taken over by HSBC. So that was a good another 3 years. And that is when I realized that, my calling was into liabilities over a period of time. So that's why exactly how you have to be. You have to be very fluid. Take
Right.
things as it comes, but then finally you will find where your right bearings are.
Hmm.
And then the rest, they say, is history. I have been with this firm for the last 11, 12 years now. And it's a very small but a very powerful group. We are actually managing an asset book of around 3,000 crores.
Okay.
And we are just 10 of us.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so it's a great opportunity. Yeah, yeah.
So, the liability side, as you said, when we talk about freshers, what are the opportunities for them and, their growth over there?
It is amazing. Just to give you an insight, I had presented a paper in 2016 in IIM Bangalore, in which I had done a research that, what was the total AUM of the Indian mutual fund industry itself. That time we were at around 23 lakh crores. Today we are at 35 lakh crores.
Wow.
So that's the kind of growth we are talking about. Now, everybody can take a share of that pie as long as you have perseverance and patience.
Right.
If you do not have that, because what happens is, if somebody is wanting to do, I'm sure you would have been seeing the new ads coming, mutual fund sahi hai ka, in which they say that I want to become a mutual fund distributor. There's this new
Right.
ad campaign that they have rolled out now. It is so true, because what happens is, initially you won't see too much money because it purely depends on the brokerage that you earn. And the brokerage is hardly anything, 50 paisa, 60 paisa. So you need to like really be patient for the first 3, 4 years. Take
Okay.
that as an investment option, that you are investing into your own business. And the minute you start crossing that 15, 20, 25 crores AUM is asset under management,
Okay.
sky is the limit, because you're your own boss. You can decide what you would like to do. And this is purely, I'm just talking about mutual funds. So look at the options in insurance, which is additionally liabilities. It's
Right.
massive. I mean, people can make a great career out of it. And you
Okay.
can even join some very good banks, and even that's a good opportunity. Get into the mainstream rather than becoming self-employed. You can always try joining banks. Banks will be hiring like crazy, because Indian banking system is getting more and more robust, and you will have opportunities coming up. So freshers should actually do that, learn for a few years, and then start off on their own.
Okay. So, for a fresher, do they get to manage a high profile portfolio right from the beginning? Or what is that first step that they have to, first 2, 3
Yeah,
years before they get into a high profile portfolio
yeah,
management?
excellent question. Yeah, see, basically what happens is, when somebody's trusting you with their money, Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't
Absolutely.
expect a CFO giving you a 25 lakh rupee check on the day one that you go and meet him.
Correct.
You have to start off small, but you have to start off ethically correct. See, money management or liabilities business is purely about them trusting you. When a company makes a mistake, it's not going to burn a hole into the employee's pocket directly. You have an option of moving around, shifting companies, etc. When you are a wealth manager, you are actually, somebody's trusting them with their own hard saved money. So
Right.
if your transaction goes south, it directly burns a hole into the investor's pocket. So they will not trust you overnight. So as freshers, what you have to do is, you have to first take those steps. Target should be, initially take those first 50 clients of yours, first
Mhm.
5 clients of yours, profile them, try to deepen your relationship, be very patient with them. And once the time comes, once you start, then the referral business will start, because especially when it comes to money management, people always trust the friend who has given you a referral.
Right.
So it's like this: if Neha says, okay, go talk to Neeraj, Neha's friends would have completed the first level of interviewing, that okay, if Neha has said Neeraj is a safe guy, let's go ahead and give him money. To reach that level will take a few years. So we have to be patient, and that's the only key. Be honest and be patient.
Okay. So, what is that one tip that you would want to give freshers to be able to be successful in this career?
I think the same: work, time, and perseverance.
Okay.
that is something which is going to be a long term money giving.
It is a compounder. Like it is a compounder. I mean, we weren't managing 3,000 crores at the start of it. No, when
Right,
we started off with 25, 30 crores.
right.
And in 11 years, if it is going to 3,000, just do the math. Now that's a compounder. And, it takes about first 5 years to 6 years, if at all you are. So basically what happens is it's all about conversion. Yeah. Some people are very good at conversion in sales specifically. Conversion is the last, it's the most important thing. I might be very good technically. I might know which fund to look at. I might know how to, manage the portfolio the best. But if it doesn't come across to the client, he will not give you a check. So that conversion is extremely important. Once you get that thing out of the way, they know, okay, he's a good manager, but let me just give him a check. Ultimately, if that doesn't happen, you are in trouble. So please, whoever, all the freshers, I would urge that, whenever you're talking to people, whenever you're pursuing this as a career, see to it that at the end of the day, when you are getting up from that table, you leave that person with that confidence that, okay, this person would come and met me. He is equipped or he is capable to manage my money. Let me give him a check.
Right.
And that will only come with, your very, very high level of ethics and integrity that you can show. Always, when you're talking to the client, look him in the eye. There is nothing that you have to, you have to look at him. I mean, he should see that honesty in your eyes. Only then is when the investments will come through.
Okay.
I've just given up my business secret, so hopefully a lot of kids would, enjoy and celebrate and actually become successful in their lives. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all your secrets with us. It was really insightful. I hope the youngsters will learn something out of this. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Take care. Thanks, Neha. Thanks for having me over.
So that was Mr. Neeraj Kakkar sharing with us his journey of how he started with an IT firm managing their brand communication for 6 countries and then moving on to various roles in the financial sector. Now, financial sector is something that a lot of options are available. There is a lot of knowledge about it, but what we don't understand and learn or see or have the knowledge of is the fact that this sector mainly depends on your people skill. You have to know your technicals, yes, into various instruments, but what you also need is a very strong sense of integrity. You have to be honest with your clients because otherwise you will get the money once. You will get one client. But for you to grow in the sector, in a job, or as your own business, you have to have that integrity, that honesty. Because as Mr. Neeraj said, that if you don't have honesty, if you can't look your client in the eye and be honest and open with him in terms of his benefits, his profits, you will not get your referral business. And yes, this industry definitely works on referrals. So I hope you learned something and you will keep the secret that he shared with you in mind if you're planning a career in this. If you have any further questions, please do write in the comments below and do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.